My name is Trevor Swenson, and I've been going to the Waters, my wife and I and our family, since the very first Waters service. Today I'm going to talk about my father, John, and the word legacy and what that means to me. When I look at my dad, I think of the definition of what a true man is supposed to be. And some of the characteristics I see in my father, being a loving husband, being very, very respectful of my mother, being very compassionate, being very kind. He lives for his family. He used to tell me that he would consider himself to be the richest man in the state of Minnesota, and I would ask him all the time on what he meant by that. And in Proverbs 22:1, it's one of my favorite verses. Proverbs 22:1 reads, "A good name is more desirable than great riches, and to be esteemed is better than silver or gold." And my dad is a man that has lived that his whole life, on how he wants his kids, he wants his name, the Swenson name, to be directly tied to words like compassion, words like relationship, words like kindness. As I think about how my dad's life has affected my life both directly and indirectly, my dad took a lot of time and spent time in the area jails with men that were in jail. And one of the things that he pounded through our heads as kids is that many of the men that he ministered to were lacking a strong male role model in their life. And it made me look at my kids a lot different, that they needed me to be active in their life. They needed me to build them up. They needed me to encourage them. They needed me to discipline them. They needed me to love on them like nobody else could love on them. My kids need me to be like my dad was to me if they have any chance whatsoever to turn out to be godly, Christ-loving men. My dad was a man that never missed an opportunity to tell us we were the best thing that ever happened. That's something that I want to pass on to my kids. That's something that I know has had a lasting effect on me. Another thing that my dad taught me that I think is so valuable in being a dad and being a dad that wants to pass a legacy is that any time is quality time. My dad always took the time to do the simple things in life and to allow us to soak in the waves at the lake, to pick rocks, to start naming wildflowers, to start a bug collection. My dad was very much about spending time with somebody is the most important thing that you can do for somebody. When I think of my dad's legacy, and when I think about the one decision that he made to give his life to Christ, it makes me think about people in a whole different light. I look at people as they may be the starting point for a legacy of their own. He made a choice in a non-Christian upbringing to give his life to the Lord. And because of that, he has 3 healthy kids with 10 healthy grandchildren that will all undoubtedly, in my mind, with God's grace, grow up to serve the Lord. Every person to me has that ability to be a legacy and to be that person that can be a generation changer. My dad, with his one decision and with the life that he has lived and the walk that he's walked, has literally affected hundreds of people. Because I know not only has his personal witness affected people, but I also know that all of his kids have affected people in a positive way over the years as well. And the only thing between all of those good things happening and them not happening and people's lives not being affected was his decision that it was going to change with him. Because of my dad's decision, I had the opportunity to see that there is a better way. My name is Trevor, and that's when God showed up.